So as a part of my fail series, I'm going back and recreating or reattempting dishes that I have failed in the past. One of the more popular ones are the cake pops. I tried to make these for my nephews, I think a couple of years ago. And so today I'm going to reattempt it. I am going to watch the video, which I haven't watched since I posted it probably. And I'm going to read through the comments to see if you guys had any suggestions for me to make it better. So let's watch the video. So I hate rewatching my videos because it's like my old editing style. It's my like old, I don't know, I don't really like hearing my voice still at times. So there's just a lot to it and I try to avoid it as much as possible. We're doing it for the greater good. In theory, cake pop should be easy to make. The first thing I did was crumble up the applesauce chocolate cake I made. Then I mixed in whipped cream cheese frosting. I should have just put about half or less, but I just put in the whole thing because why not? The cake was still hot at this point, so the frosting just melted in. Then I tried rolling the cake mix into balls and put them on the skewer, and it just slid down because it wasn't firm enough. So I just kept the little balls in the pan and then rolled them into my patient. I skewered a ball and tried to dip it in the chocolate, but then the extra weight made it too heavy and it started slipping. So I said screw it and threw it in the chocolate. Then I put them in the fridge so I didn't have to see them. A few hours later, I tried them and they weren't bad. It was like dense and moist chocolate cake bites topped with cream cheese frosting. I could have easily eaten them all. So although it was a struggle to get to this point, it turned out okay. Next time I'll actually just look up a recipe. Okay, so there's a lot that went wrong in that video, but it looks like easy mistakes that I can fix. I'm looking at tips here. Ooh, I said got any tips? I think you should have only put half the frosting, okay? But then the second one said add more frosting. I think the main thing I need to do is make sure that the cake cools completely before I add the frosting. I'm gonna add less of the frosting as well. I'm just using the super moist chocolate fudge cake. Homemade cake batter. Mix it all together vigorously by hand for 2 minutes. I think it went past 2 minutes, but that's fine. Pour into pan, bake as directed in chart. So I have a 13 by 9, so 30 to 35 minutes. So I will be doing 30 minutes and we'll see how it looks then. Excuse the pizza in the oven. Wait, is this gonna make this taste like pizza? I didn't even think about that. It is what it is at this point. Guys, I didn't even think about that. Okay, 30 minutes. Timer. Okay, I'll see you guys all back in 30 minutes. I think this is the main problem I had when I first made it, is I didn't give it enough time to cool. So I'm gonna give this a solid hour to cool down. I'm just gonna keep eating pizza while it's cooling down, so bye cake. So it has actually been like a few hours now because we got distracted, but this should be completely cooled, and it is. I'm only gonna use half of it because I don't need a full cake of cake pops, but yeah. So I think these hard bits on the edges, I think it should do with removing. Yeah, cooling it down first helps so much. Okay, so I'm pretty happy with that. So one of the big suggestions was don't use so much frosting. So I think I'll just use half of this. Well, I'll use a quarter and see where that takes me. Maybe I'll just be a little bit smarter this time. So I'm going to add a little bit more because I think it could be a little more moist. Okay, this was supposed to be vanilla, but they ran out. So I do think it is a bit too moist. It's reminding me of the texture in my previous videos. So I'm gonna add a little cake, which is good because good thing I didn't use it all. Now I'm just gonna roll them into balls. Got ice cream scooper and the cake batter. So fun. Just gonna roll it up. Yeah, this is so much better than the first time. Here is ball number 1, ball number 2, ball number 3, ball number 4, ball number 5, Okay, so I'm gonna toss these into the freezer for about 10-15 minutes, and while that's happening, I'm gonna go ahead and microwave the chocolate and get that melted. I'm pretty sure it's microwavable. I'm just gonna put it in and we'll see what happens. This is just some chocolate bark. If this explodes, it was your guys' fault. All right, I found these cookie sticks also at the store, so I think these will hold better, the cake pops. Whoa, that's satisfying AF. Okay, I'm gonna add more chocolate because I think we'll need it. Hopefully the cake bowls fit in here. ASMR. That was good. Okay, that's pretty solid. Back in 2. So I need to poke holes into this because I need to get the sticks in it. And I was like, what should I do? A knife is too big. I bought this needle because I was going to stitch 2 steaks together a year ago, and I just have it chilling in my knife drawer. So this is what we're going to use it for. Hey, let's go. All right, this is all coming together quite well. Don't want to jinx it because I do that quite often. I think we are down to the wire. I just need to have everything ready and then assemble everything. Here is the amazing melted chocolate. Yeah, it's good. Okay, I'm gonna stick it in here. This is a tip that I learned from Fit Waffle. She told me to stick it in here and then stick it in here. Wow, it's flat. Okay, I'm gonna mold it a bit. I'm gonna let this chocolate at the bottom set so that it will have a base. Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Improvise, guys, improvise. Okay, dip a little bit of you here. I love how when I get into this, I get like really dead quiet because I'm just scared of messing up. Just gotta concentrate. Okay, now that I have that set, I'm gonna let the chocolate cool down a bit. So we're gonna let that cool. I'll probably have to re-microwave this in a little bit, but I think the chocolate will help it not fall down. I did panic for a little bit, but yeah, we're just gonna wait. We're gonna be patient. We're not gonna try to rush things. And I'm gonna try not to drink this because it looks very appetizing. So the chocolate has hardened. I'm not gonna mess around with it too much because I'm scared. I think when I pull this out, the cake ball is gonna stay. I think it's too much. This one might be the one. The one. I kind of want to get this. It kind of looks cool. Yeah. Okay. It's getting better. Why? I need to reevaluate. I know what's wrong. I need to melt the chocolate more. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick and then we'll reevaluate. Okay, so I microwaved the chocolate a bit more. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do less cake. It's still a ball, just less heavy. I was too ambitious with the size. I'm just over it. Okay. What's wrong here? Why are cake pops so hard though? I mean, I kind of get what I did wrong, I think. In theory, they shouldn't be that hard to make. Ta-da! It's a cake pop. I'm going with it. We're dialing in. I'm gonna put some of this on before. Look at this. Leaning tower of cake pizza.
You're right there.
Honestly, it's just art. That's all it is. Like, wouldn't you want one that looks kind of messed up? Like some heart has been put into it. We've got one big one. We've got like a baby one, and we've got a graveyard of this like cake frosting batter mixture. There you have it. Was I able to successfully make a cake pop on this round? Yes, the answer is yes. Was it a bit harder than I expected? Also yes. Can someone please tell me in the comments why making cake pops is so hard though? So I'm just gonna let that cool. I'm gonna take a bite of it later. Peace. Okay, we still have this one holding out, so it's still good, but I thought we were gonna have two good ones. But we're adding this one, the small one, to the graveyard. The graveyard of chocolate cake mixture. Goodbye. Thank you for your service. This is a cake pop. This is the successful cake pop. It is so good that I made 6. Thank you everyone for watching. I successfully made a cake pop. It's a little bit better than the first one because it's on a stick. And yeah, thanks for watching. That is a cake pop.